Hello everybody. Let's talk about the impediments to a great organization. An organization, as we know, is a collection of people working towards a common goal. That, at least, is the ambition. However, there are several aspects that can impact an organization in the future, especially in this globally competitive environment that we work and live in today. That said, here's the main impediments to creating, sustaining, and promoting an effective and great organization. First is the inattention to customers. The inattention to customers, which means that you just fail to take care of the customer base. This doesn't mean that you give your customers everything that they demand and everything they want. In fact, there's such a great misconception about that. The customer may not always be right, but the customer is still the customer. So you have to figure out a way that in those cases where you have to turn down a customer, you do so, but you do it in a very honest, straightforward, and respectful way. That customer is the one that pays your salary. Without customers, you really have no salaries at all. But that doesn't mean that you need to mortgage your whole company because of a customer. But you need to pay attention to the customer, not just what they want, but what they need. There's two differences there. Second is inattention to quality. The inattention to quality can really impact an organization over the longer term because people will buy a product and even spend more for a product if that product is worth it. If it's not worth it, that'll be the last time they ever purchase that product. So quality for the price that's paid. If you don't pay much, you can't expect much quality. If you pay quite a bit, you expect great quality. You expect a different car when it's a Lexus than when it's a Toyota. No offense to either. But if you're paying a lot more, you want something more for what you're paying. That's quality. Third is lack of talent. And we're talking about organizational talent here. We're talking about the employees that you have in the organization. They should be the best. Not all of them, but you need to have some of the very best in your field working for your organization. It is, as I've often said, the superstars that drive organizations today. It's not just the stars or the average employees. It's those few employees that are better, more unique, brighter, smarter than anyone else out there. Those few are what is going to propel the organization forward. Those are the few that we need to have in our organization. 4, a lack of a competitive advantage or edge. And this is key when you compare products or services. The reason people buy your product or buy what you have to sell in an organization is because they can't get it anywhere else. It could be location. It could be certain aspects of that product that others don't have. Maybe it comes in certain colors. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe you have overnight delivery. Or like Amazon, you can get almost anything delivered within 2 days because of Amazon Prime. But whatever it is that you have, it's got to be something that is unique and compensable, which means that your customers will pay for it. It doesn't do you any good to have something that's different than your competitors. It doesn't make a difference as to whether they buy it or not. Lack of competitive edge or advantage. And lastly, increased competition. This is something often you can't do much about, but those organizations that are in highly competitive fields must be much more vigilant and diligent in how they manage their businesses. Costs become important, customers become important, and the type of product and how you promote it becomes even more important. So when you work in an increasingly competitive environment, it becomes even more important that you pay attention to the particulars of your organization. So those are the 5. Inattention to customers, inattention to quality. A lack of talent throughout your organization, especially the lack of true superstars. The lack of a competitive edge or advantage, something different that you have that others don't. Lastly, increased competition. Those are the 5. Take care of those 5, and you won't have impediments to a great organization anymore. You will have a path to make an organization even better. My best to you all.